For most of human history, money has been the primary instrument through which societies measure trust, value, and opportunity. But today, something far more subtle and far more powerful is quietly replacing cash as the true currency of daily life: your data. Every click, every purchase, every message, every location ping, every social connection, and every digital footprint is slowly being woven into a new kind of economic identity. This is the foundation of the emerging social credit economy, where your value is no longer determined by how much money you have, but by how predictable, useful, and compliant your digital behavior appears to the system. Think of it this way. In the past, banks judged you based on income, assets, and credit history. Now algorithms evaluate you based on patterns: how often you shop, whether you pay subscriptions on time, how long you watch certain content, how stable your relationships, or how you behave online, and even how emotional or impulsive you appear based on your digital actions. Companies already use behavioral scoring to decide who gets discounts, who gets banned, who gets approved, and who gets flagged as a risk. This shift marks the beginning of a world where data determines destiny. A world where your loyalty to platforms matters more than your loyalty to institutions. A world where your digital reputation becomes the key to travel, jobs, housing, and even healthcare priority. And the most shocking part? You don't need to sign a form or take a test to enter this system. You're already in it. Every day, your score is being calculated, quietly, invisibly, automatically. And the more society digitizes, the more this new economic hierarchy solidifies. Money used to buy freedom, but in the social credit economy, data buys permission, and permission is becoming the most valuable currency of the modern world. As the world shifts away from traditional cash-based systems, something far more subtle and far more powerful is slowly replacing money: your behavior. In the new world credit score system, every action you take, every interaction you have, and every digital footprint you leave behind becomes a piece of economic data. Unlike conventional credit scores that measure only your financial discipline, this new model measures who you are as a citizen. Imagine a system where paying your bills on time is no longer enough. Now, your social media activity, your political opinions, your online purchases, your location history, your browsing behavior, your health patterns, your interaction with government services, and even your circle of friends contribute to your creditworthiness. This doesn't just assess whether you can repay a loan. It evaluates whether you align with acceptable behavior as defined by institutions. Slowly, society begins to divide into two groups: those with high behavioral scores and those with low ones. High scores get access to discounted loans, fast-track services, jobs, travel benefits, and social privileges. Low scorers face subtle punishments: higher interest rates, restricted access, reduced opportunities, slower approvals, and increasing digital barriers. No jail, no fines, just a quiet economic suffocation. This is why behavior becomes currency. You won't just ask, "Can I afford this?" You'll ask, "Will this affect my score?" Governments and corporations both benefit. For governments, it is a new form of soft control. For corporations, it is a new way to profile customers and optimize profits. For citizens, it is a new set of invisible rules where compliance is rewarded and deviation is punished. This is not the future, it is already beginning. The price of freedom is no longer money. It is behavior. For decades, creditworthiness was measured by a simple formula: did you borrow money, and did you pay it back on time? That world is gone. In its place, a new system is rising. One that evaluates not just your finances, but your behavior, your relationships, and even your daily choices. This is the era of behavior-based credit, and it's quietly redefining how society measures trust, risk, and value. In this system, every part of your life becomes a data point: what you buy, how often you exercise, the websites you visit, how long you spend on apps, your political opinions, the stability of your friend group, your work habits, your sleep patterns. All of it feeds into massive AI models that predict one thing: how risky are you as a person? Not how risky your finances are, but how risky you are. If you tend to shop late at night, the system flags impulsive behavior. If you search for mental health content, it may tag stress-related risk. If you frequently switch jobs, it may downgrade economic stability. Even who you interact with matters. If your social circle includes people with low scores, your own profile may be affected. In the new credit landscape, risk is contagious. This shift turns life into a continuous audition for financial access. Your score updates in real time. One argument on social media, one controversial comment, one missed day of work, one unexpected life event. Everything adjusts the algorithm's perception of you. And the scariest part? You may never know what exact data is collected, how it's interpreted, or why your score changed. There is no appeal. There is only compliance. Behavior becomes currency. Privacy becomes a liability. And society becomes a self-policing system where one wrong move costs you more than money. It costs you access. The rise of predictive behavior scoring. Your future decisions already rated in the old financial world. Your credit score told banks one thing: how likely you were to repay debt. But in the new world of social data economies, credit isn't just about your past. It's about predicting your future behavior. And this is where predictive behavior scoring becomes the backbone of the new system. Instead of waiting for you to miss a payment, lose a job, or fall behind, AI models analyze trillions of data points to calculate what you might do next. Your purchasing habits, travel patterns, search history, device usage, political interests, friend circle, work messages, even the tone of your social media posts. Everything becomes input. The system builds a psychological map of you more detailed than any human analyst ever could. It doesn't just measure your ability to repay. It measures your stability, your risk tolerance, your emotional triggers, your social influence, and even your likelihood of committing a future violation of rules. In some countries, this score already decides whether you can buy a plane ticket, book a hotel, take a loan, or access premium education. In the future, behavior scoring will go even deeper. It could determine which jobs you qualify for, which neighborhoods you can live in, how much interest you pay, or whether you get flagged for unusual activity before you even do anything wrong. Imagine opening a bank app and seeing your credit privileges have been restricted due to predicted risk in future spending behavior. You didn't break a rule, the algorithm just thinks you might. This is the power shift. Money becomes secondary. Behavior becomes currency. And the real question is no longer how much do you earn, but how predictable and compliant are you? This is the new credit system, not based on transactions, but on you. The final stage of this transformation is not just about money. It's about behavioral governance. Once cash fades and all financial activity flows through a central, digital system, the next logical step is merging economic identity with social identity. This is where the new world credit score becomes more than a financial rating. It becomes an algorithmic evaluation of who you are, not just what you earn or spend. In this future, money becomes programmable. Every transaction is time-stamped, analyzed, scored, and compared with government-approved norms. Suddenly, your ability to spend isn't determined by your bank balance, but by your digital reputation. A low score might restrict your travel. A flagged transaction might require approval. A controversial online opinion could freeze your access to credit. Buying certain products too often might lower your eco score. Failing to meet workplace objectives might reduce your employment ranking. Everything from your social circle to your browsing behavior contributes to your rating. Algorithms identify risk patterns, and those who fall out of compliance are quietly downgraded. No police, no warnings, just an invisible wall that you don't realize until you try to cross it. This creates a world where obedience is rewarded with unlimited access, while dissent is punished with digital isolation. People won't be controlled by force, they'll be controlled by permission. And the scariest part? Most won't resist, because the system will feel convenient, efficient, and personalized. This isn't the future of money. This is the future of control disguised as convenience.